Greetings guys, gals, and non-binary pals, and welcome back to another video. I hope that you are well, and I hope that you are fighting, because there is a lot to be fighting for. As usual, there'll be a link in the description to the page on my website with a bunch of petitions, donations, emails to send to MPs, etc, etc. As you all know, it is currently Pride Month, so I am doing many Pride-themed videos. Something I've referenced a lot in my videos recently is how I am just one big stereotype. A queeriotype, if you will. That's actually my name on Twitter. It has been for a long time. I did a podcast episode on it a while back. But I reference that a lot. I talk about it a lot, how I fit all these stereotypes and everyone just assumes things about me based off of how I present myself, which are quite often true. And so I thought I would take it upon myself to go onto Instagram and Twitter and ask you to tell me some stereotypes. And today I thought I would go over the most commonly said stereotypes and see if they apply to me. I want to see like a checklist of all the stereotypes that I fit. So that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be a bit different. It's gonna be a bit fun. I have an exam in a couple of days, so I thought I would do something a little bit lighter, something a little bit more just like fun, and yeah. So that's what we're gonna do today. The first one I got a lot is cuffing jeans. Queer people will always cuff their jeans. Now, I don't usually wear jeans, but I think what I do is a little bit more gay even. Let me show you. So, these are the pants that I wear. And as you can see, they are permanently cuffed. Although they aren't, like, they are technically jeans, but they're not the jeans people are usually referencing. So yes, I do cuff my jeans, but not only are they jeans, they're rainbow jeans. So, do I win? The next one is dyed hair. Again, not only do I have dyed hair, I have the pride flag dyed onto my hair, because why would I not have the pride flag as my hair? I don't know if everyone knows this, but it's actually in layers. So I have like pink, orange, it goes in sections. So that's my hair. It is literally a pride flag. So again, I think I take the dyed hair and I step it up one. And then on top of the dyed hair, it's also having a fringe and like shorter than shoulder length. So I take those ones too. Next up is piercings, specifically a septum piercing, bonus for double nostrils, which I also have. So far, we're off to a good start. So far, I am just a walking pride flag. Literally. Next is vegan. I am also vegan. The only living thing I will eat is the rich. That's it, but that's still vegan. They don't have souls, so it doesn't matter. I won't eat anything with a soul. The rich don't have one of those, so it's fine. Next, we have tattoos. Queer people always have tattoos, right? We always have tattoos. And I think, I don't know if I get bonus points for this, but I have a Halsey tattoo on my ass. And I also have this Halsey tattoo. I have song lyrics from my favorite pop punk band. I feel like that's pretty gay. Oh, I also have a naked woman. Yeah, I feel like that also, I have a naked woman tattooed on my arm. That also feels quite gay, doesn't it? Next, it like changes tone. I did not write these down in any specific order. I wrote these down in the order that I like received them. So they jump around from being like lol earrings to the next one, which is will cheat on you. Yeah, this is a really common one, right? Like so many people think that like bisexual, pansexual, queer people will cheat on them because they're attracted to the other gender, which is, it makes absolutely no sense. I'm not attracted to everyone, right? Like the chances of me cheating on you are the same as if I was het or just gay. Like, I'm not attracted to everyone. I am attracted to like the same number of people as you. They just are across the gender spectrum. Why do you think that I am just like in love with everyone? I don't quite understand where this come from. I've heard people say it to my face, like both gay and straight people have said, yeah, no offense, but I wouldn't date someone who's bi. Why the fuck not, man? Why not? My attraction to someone is the same as your attraction to someone. If you think that I'm going to cheat on you with someone else, that sort of feels like you're reflecting that you would cheat on me with someone else. Like, I am not attracted to very many people. It's hard for me to be attracted to people. I just don't really experience that much sexual attraction. So the likelihood of me cheating on you is lower than the likelihood of you cheating on me, purely based off of how many people the average person is attracted to compared to myself. I don't know, man. Just like, shut up. Shut up. Shut up. And then we jump back into can't do maths. This one I don't apply to. I'm actually very good at maths, or at least I was all through school. I was like a top math student. I loved maths. I took calculus. I loved algebra. Maths was my favorite subject for most of my school life. I was like top of my class for like most of my school life up until I got depression, and then I got like high grades, but not like the highest grades. And I really loved maths. I wanted to do a maths paper at uni, and I couldn't because I left high school early, and so I didn't get the qualifications to study maths at uni, and I was very upset. When I found that out, I actually cried. So I used to do math tests for fun. I was that person. I did maths tests for fun. My dad was a maths teacher. When I was like 10, I was like, Dad, bring home your high school maths tests for me to do on the weekend. So, queer people are indecisive. Bisexual people, pansexual people, queer people, we're indecisive. We just can't choose. Just pick. You can't choose anything. Okay, I am indecisive. It's got nothing to do with my sexuality. It's not that I can't choose between a gender. I just genuinely do not care. If I like you, I like you. It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. But like indecisiveness in like regard to everything else, I am very indecisive. It's not even that I can't make a decision. It's more that I'm anxious about making the wrong decision, especially if it involves other people. Like, I'll know what I want to do, but I'm not going to say it in case you don't want to do that. Or I know what I think, but I don't want to say my decision in case it's the wrong decision. I just have severe anxiety. I am indecisive, but like, not in my brain. More just vocally indecisive. No. And I can't decide like what I want to do or like prioritize the things in my life and decide where I want to start. No, I'm just indecisive. No, I am indecisive. I fit this. The next one is sleeping around. Queer people, again, like bisexual, queer people. When I say these, I'm more referring to like queer, bisexual, pansexual, attracted to multiple gender people, so I don't have to keep specifying that. Sleeping around. So this is not related to sexuality. I can be queer and a slut, but they're not related to one another. You can be queer and not a slut. You can be queer and not sleep around. A lot of people are queer and don't sleep around. I just happen to be queer and sleep around, but they're not related. I can do both without them being related to one another. Most of the people I hook up with are men because it's easier. Yeah, so they don't cross over, but it does apply to me. You can be both. Sleep around if you want to. It doesn't matter. Do what you want. It's your body. It has nothing to do with your sexual orientation. Like how many people you sleep with and like what gender even. You could sleep with exclusively one gender. It doesn't mean that you're not like bi or pan or queer, etc. Like I said, most of the people I sleep with are men, but I'm not het. It just happens to work out that way. And that's fine. That's valid. You can sleep with who you want. Doesn't matter what gender they are. Doesn't matter how many people or how little people. Do what you want. None of anyone else's business, and it has nothing to do with your sexual orientation at all. They're not related. Slut, queer, two different things. Can't sit in chairs properly. I can't really show you how I'm sitting because it's a bitch to like move my camera, but just I'm sitting on one of my legs, and I often will sit with my legs up. Usually one leg up, cross-legged. Oh, I'm sitting cross-legged now and it's quite comfortable, but I usually sit on one of my feet. I change positions every 3 seconds and I have a sore back constantly. I complain about how sore my back is all the time. So this one, accurate. Yeah, I can't sit in chairs to save my life. On the couch, I don't know how people sit. I don't know how they do it. How are you ever comfortable? I just can't do it. And I don't understand why this is a thing. I did not know this was a queer stereotype until TikTok last year. And then I felt very attacked by it. Very attacked. It's very rude. Iced coffee. We drink iced coffee. I drink all types of coffee. I just love coffee. This is a box of coffee. It's empty now. I need a new one. But this is just a box of cold brew coffee that lives on my desk. I have like 3 coffees a day at the minimum. Usually in the morning I'll have a hot coffee, and then I'll have either an iced Americano or an iced oat latte, or if I'm feeling lazy and can't be bothered making an espresso, I will have a cold brew coffee from here. So I just drink coffee. It depends on the weather, it depends on my mood, but I just drink coffee. I do love a good iced coffee though. So yeah, I don't know if I can count that as applying to me. I will just drink coffee, but I will still drink hot coffee, and I will still order hot coffee. So this is like half and half, you know? Shirts tucked in. I crop all my t-shirts, right? So like this is like a full-length t-shirt that I just cut. And I did that with all of my t-shirts for like a couple of years. But then I moved to the UK and it's cold here during the winter. So I had to stop cutting my t-shirts and I would tuck them in. But now that it's summer, I'm going to start cutting all my t-shirts again. And then in winter, I'm going to have to buy new ones because all of my t-shirts will be cut. But yeah, I do tuck my shirts in when it's cold. When it's hot, my t-shirts will be cut in half because I'm too hot to tuck shirts in. Absolutely not. Queer people love threesomes. You see this on like Tinder all the time with like looking for a third, things like that. Again, you can be queer and enjoy threesomes, but being queer doesn't mean that you automatically want to have threesomes. You know, they're not exclusive to one another. You can be het and enjoy threesomes. You can be queer and not enjoy them. They're not together. Like, they don't have any correlation, just like the sleeping around thing. Like, you can do what you want in the bedroom. It has nothing to do with your sexual orientation. I do have a fun story about this, though. Is this going to be oversharing? Yes, it is. But I'm going to share anyway. I've had one experience with this ever. In terms of being queer and having threesomes, this was the gateway into me and my ex-girlfriend getting together. We both liked each other. Right, we both liked each other. We kind of knew it, but we didn't like ever talk about it. We'd like made out a few times, but we like kind of ignored it. We hung out all the time, whatever. And then we were studying with this guy, and then we ended up all sleeping together, but we really only did it because we wanted to hook up and we needed an excuse to do it, and that situation was the excuse to do it. So we kind of just used him. And then me and her got together, and we were together for 10 months. So they're a good tool for not talking about your feelings if you have a crush on a girl. So yeah, that's my story. Thank you for coming to my story time. Doc Martens. So I exclusively wear my Doc Martens, right? I have a few pairs, but my standard black Doc Martens that like, these are my go-to shoe. I have had these for 4 years, over 4 years, and people still think that they're new. These are the vegan Doc Martens. They are so comfy, they last so well, like, they haven't scuffed at all, and like I say, I've worn these almost every day for 4 years, and they're still, like, such good condition. But I also have these ones, which I love, also vegan. I don't own any leather, I never have, and I never will. These ones I have scuffed though, but I love these. And then my gayest ones is I have the glittery rainbow Pride Doc Martens that I got a few years back, which are less comfortable, but very cool. So yeah, I tick Doc Martens off the list. I had to leave 2 pairs back in New Zealand too, because they didn't fit in my bag. Yeah, I had to move here with 1 bag. So yeah, I couldn't take all my docs, but I have the rainbow ones too. So we're ticking that one off the list. The next one is bad relationship with father. I think my dad watches my videos. So I'm gonna just tick it off the list and move on. Peace signs and photos. I did not do this for a really long time. And then I started doing it last year, and it is all Kat's fault. And now I can't take a photo without doing it. And it is entirely Kat's fault. So I tick it off the list, but I blame her. Attracted to everyone. Yeah, this goes back to what we were talking about with like cheating and stuff. It's like that thing of, like, you tell someone you're queer and they're like, oh my god, you don't have a crush on me, do you? Like, no. No, you're not my type. I don't have a crush on everyone. I don't have a crush on very many people. Like, why would you just assume that? Do you have a crush on every, like, man that you meet? No, probably not. You probably aren't attracted to every single person of the gender that you're attracted to. Why would you assume I'm attracted to you? It makes no sense. Get out of your head. Stop. And now the last couple I've saved, and that is earrings and frogs. So the bold, weird, ridiculous earrings, I think I have covered. I know we've seen them in every single video I've ever posted, especially my last video I did last week, which was my earring tour. If you haven't seen that and you want to see all of my ridiculous fucking earrings, go watch that. I go through my box of earrings because I keep my earrings in a box because I am ridiculously unorganized and just like, no. I think what we've decided and discovered from this video, which is not a shock to anyone, is that I am in fact just a walking stereotype. I don't know if that's a win. I'm really just continuing up the idea that we're all the same. You know what? Stereotypes exist for a reason. You know? I didn't do this on purpose. This is just who I am, and I just happen to, like, fit the mold of being the same as everyone else. It's that weird thing, right? Of, like, everything we do for self-expression is because, like, we're unique and we're different, but then we all come together and we're all very similar. It's like, I remember going to, like, pop punk concerts or whatever, right? Like going to an All Time Low concert or a 21 Pilots concert or a 5 Stars concert. It's so funny because, like, at high school, I was one of the few people with, like, pink hair and piercings. And then I go to, like, a 5 Stars concert and literally every single person there has, like, blue hair and a nose ring. So although I was, like, the only person at my school, when you all have that, like, one common interest, it's everyone. You realize that you aren't as unique as you think you are, and it's both very comforting and very cool to have a bunch of like-minded people who are very similar to you. And also, like, hey, stop. This is my thing. Like, you go from being, like, really different and standing out to being just, like, blending in, and you realize that, like, we're all just the fucking same. We all hive mind. Which, yeah, it's very funny. I love it, though. I love it. I love that we all have these interesting things that are in common. It's so fascinating that so many of us are interested in similar things, and I just think it's really interesting how these stereotypes come around and why they exist, and, like, how I think that queer people are just more open with themselves and expressing themselves, and so I think that that is why a lot of us do more, like, extravagant things, and I just think it's really cool, and yeah, it's very interesting. Let me know what stereotypes that I mentioned that apply to you. I'd be very interested to know. If you, like, do a checklist, comment which ones you fit or you don't fit, or any more stereotypes that you think that there are. Maybe I'll reply and say if I think I fit that. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope that you're enjoying Pride Month so far and that you are able to express yourself in whatever way you feel comfortable. I hope that you're safe. And I hope that you are doing okay and taking care of yourself to the best that you can. A huge thank you to my Kiwi Fruit and Kiwi Bell channel members whose names are up on the screen right now. And a massive thank you to my channel member of the day, Melissa. I love and appreciate you so, so much. Thank you so much for joining. If you would like to become a channel member, you can click the top link in the description or the little blue join button. You get my videos a day early, as well as 10% off my shop when I have things back up on my shop. And as a Kiwi Bird member, you sometimes get little extra pieces that don't make it into the main video. Thank you so much for coming along to this video. I know once again it was a bit different to what I normally do, but I have an exam in a couple days, so I've been, like, cramming and spending hours every day trying to prepare for this exam that I feel very unprepared for. But I still wanted to post. I still wanted to come and sit down and talk to you guys and just have a bit of fun with you and celebrate Pride a little bit more. But I will be done in a couple days and I will be back to my normal videos soon. But if you want to see more like this, do let me know, because they are quite fun to do and it would be cool to do some more. So let me know. Comment more video ideas for Pride. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram, The Queer Kiwi, and Twitter, That Queer Kiwi. I post there a lot. I am always there, so it'll be good to see you there as well. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe. Keep fighting. I love you. Mwah. And when you close your eyes,